with families, your chance to catch up with friends and family you don't see very often. But if you got any elderly relatives you'll be visiting with, here's something to keep in mind. Local audiologist Doug Kloss is here. Good morning to you. There's a new study, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, but you were just telling me that now after the holidays you tend to get a lot of phone calls, right? I
do, from relatives who maybe didn't participate in the holiday celebration as much because they didn't hear so well.
Right.
So I do get calls for that.
And elderly relatives kind of just sitting there and you're like, Mom can't hear now, or
exactly,
Mom, yeah, type thing. Okay, so we're going to talk about some signs, but let's talk about this new study because it links hearing and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, there is a link between hearing loss and Alzheimer's. The more hearing loss you have, the risk of Alzheimer's actually goes up. Okay, it's not that hearing loss causes Alzheimer's.
Right.
It's just that the two are not mutually exclusive. They work together in a negative way.
Okay.
So what happens is cognitive dysfunction goes down. Okay, with Alzheimer's. And the fact that if you have hearing loss with it, the hearing loss doesn't allow you to participate in a spoken message, so your cognitive dysfunction goes down because of that also. So one feeds on the other. And what happens is you end up, like we said before, you find out that grandma's in the corner. Is it the Alzheimer's or is it the hearing loss? Well, we can treat the hearing loss, and we do a good job of that. So the unfortunate part is, for folks that don't get treated with Alzheimer's, they tend to believe everything is due to the Alzheimer's.
Right.
But really, if you could get in there and get that hearing test and find out if we could really help you with the hearing loss portion, it could be a big help towards the cognitive dysfunction.
Right, which is why it's so important. So keep that in mind when you see friends and family coming up over these next couple of weeks. What should we be looking for? Anything specific?
Typical signs of hearing loss are just, not answering the question appropriately or answering everything with yes. So you can ask them, what's your favorite color, and they say yes.
Yes.
Okay. They just want to get through the conversation, but they're really not understanding what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So typical things like that, where they just don't understand what's being said, or they don't respond at all.
Right.
Those are the ones that we're really concerned about.
And if it's been a while since you have explored the options in hearing aids, I mean, this is incredible what they look like now, how tiny they are. People shouldn't be discouraged because they think it's going to be a big contraption type
Not
thing.
at all. And usually with this population, it's not cosmetics, but hearing aids are very tiny these days.
Look at
This particular set of hearing aids is from a company called Widex, but there are several major companies that make hearing aids. Very, very tiny. I'm wearing one right now in my left ear, if you can take a look real quick, but it's...
And you can't, I mean, literally, all you can see is a tiny wire. That's amazing. All right, so something to keep in mind, again, if you are at those holiday get-togethers and you notice something, call your local doctor.
That's right. Yeah, call an audiologist and get a hearing test. It's a quick process, but at least we'll knock out that portion of it.
Absolutely. Doug Kloss, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, Rob, over to you.